AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yo, man. You're such a jerk sometimes, man. I swear, yo.
How's there only 2 people in here? I know you got the notifications. Let me see what went through. This thing is pissing me off because they told me I saved it. There must be a time frame on the notifications. Oh, boy, what's going on?
Yo.
Jay.
What up, y'all?
How you feeling, man?
Ain't no shit. I'm all right. What's up with y'all?
Saturday shit.
How I look on the screen?
Amazing.
Good. Look great.
See how long that shit hold up.
Yeah, it look good.
I'm surprised you didn't hit us with the Lord have mercy.
Ball suckers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like that. That was a good Euro. That was a good. Remember, I said you got to rip through that motherfucker.
No, you know what it was? I wasn't putting my feet into it. I just did the like this.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you gotta, when you dance, you gotta put the. Yeah. Now you see the back.
Yeah. You can't take it from me.
And you look at this guy like, no, the ball's over there.
Yeah. Layup.
Easy money.
Yeah. You know.
Bitch. We live.
Big flea. Never the biggest show.
We are live.
Yeah, we are.
They noticed. John Q. Catching you in the live this time, huh? Big member. Yeah.
Sure.
That shit says 4 people's in the building. Hit the like button because I don't know what the hell's going on. For all you guys that have a YouTube channel, the notifications, you only allow 3 notifications a day. I used 2 notifications earlier, but I thought I hit the button, man. Anyway.
They'll be here soon.
Let's get into it. Big Knicks. Some tricks. Big Mitch.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
Come on, baby. Baba.
No, I go no glasses on losses. No glasses. I'm staying consistent. No glasses on losses.
No glasses.
No glasses on losses. They don't deserve the glasses when we take L's, especially on a winnable game. That's a winnable game. Even though Brunson didn't have legs, guys was tired, we could have still won that game last night. But go ahead, Fabian.
The static nigga was going on. Well, the highlight of that game was obviously Mitchell Robinson.
What up?
The highlight of that game was obviously Mitchell Robinson's performance. One of his best offensive performances as a Knick. Specifically his free throws. The Mitch Twitch all-ball conspiracy in full effect. They're trying to credit other people. I seen this. I said, you ain't fooling me. But you could try. I don't mind.
Is it from, I guess, the way you've traditionally shot free throws? I feel way more comfortable. Getting my elbow up under it, getting it up in the air a little more. It's been great. 26 minutes. Is it from, I guess, the way you've traditionally shot free throws? I feel way more comfortable. Getting my elbow up under it, getting it up in the air a little more. It's been great.
Getting his elbow up under it. But why is that?
That face looked like he doing something on purpose. That nigga looking like, y'all niggas keep playing and look. Yeah. Keep not giving me the rock. I keep bricking these shits. That's the face right there.
That's what I'm talking about, huh? They don't get into, look at our guy, Dorgosaurus. Every starter should apologize to Mitch for losing his brilliant game. Thank you, Dorgosaurus.
I told Dorgosaurus the other day he should never talk about basketball again.
I mean, once you get that accolade from Flea, that's like a notch under the belt. I don't know if Flea ever told me that, though. He's never told me.
I've never said that to y'all. Why would I say that to y'all? I said that to him, though. I'm not gonna act brand new now that you pulled his name up. Pulled his name up, yeah. I'll keep it a buck. I seen him somewhere in the comments talking crazy. I ain't like the behavior. Greasy.
Let's
get to it.
They're crediting the new shooting coach for the Knicks, Peter Patton, for helping out Mitchell Robinson with his free throws after he helped Josh Hart with his shooting form. And Peter Patton, that's a big name now because he was been on several teams. Last team he was on was the Chicago Bulls, and I pulled up this stellar information. Chicago Bulls fired Peter Patton on April 2025. That was this season, primarily due to philosophical disagreements with the front office, specifically Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations, Arturas Karnisovas. The team did not provide a detailed explanation. Reliable reports and insider sources highlighted several specific factors leading to the dismissal. Clash with the management. Reports indicated that Patton was let go because he voiced unwanted opinions to leadership. Sources described him as a coach who would shoot from the hip and speak his mind. Sounds a little CP3-ish. Insiders suggested that while Karnisovas solicited staff opinions, he preferred those that align with his own, leading to friction with Patton when Patton offered dissenting views. But here's the kicker. Player and locker room reaction. The firing was reportedly unpopular, very unpopular with the players. Core members of the roster, including Kobe White and Patrick Williams, were said to be pissed at the decision. Patton was highly respected for his work as the shooting guru and was credited with several young players improving their jump shots and offensive efficiency. So the move was widely criticized by analysts because the team had actually improved at the specific areas Patton managed during his tenure as a director of player development. The Bulls saw improvements in three-point shooting, volume, accuracy, making the firing appear to be personal or political rather than performance-based. And as of right now, listen, man, AllBall. Can't wait to hear what you got to say about this guy who the players hold in favorable fashion, and his previous employer dismissing him for having opposing point of views. But I have a feeling you have a different point of view on Mitchell Robinson's shooting success as of late.
So y'all telling me what's his name? What the double P's? What is it? Not
Peter.
I'm about to say Paula Patton. Lord have mercy.
Peter Patton. You know the nigga name.
His cousin, her cousin, Peter Patton.
Whatever.
Peter Patton, Peter Parker, whoever he is, he did not help Mitchell Robinson in one day. Let's cut the fucking jokes. Excuse my language. I'm gonna say it again. Peter Patton has nothing to do with what Mitchell Robinson did the other night. That was purposely done. You do not go from shooting 68% to 18%. You can't shoot 18% on purpose if you wanted to. I've been telling y'all, Mitchell Robinson is doing it purposely. In that little interview in the locker room, his whole facial expression, his whole demeanor tells it all. I'm from New York City, man. I know body language. That body language is, give me the fucking ball. I work hard. I'm the best defender on the team. I'm the best rebounder on the team. We got another 7-footer that don't rebound how he's supposed to. I'm the best offensive rebounder in the game. Let me touch the ball. Regardless of how y'all feel about if I'm terrible when I got the ball in my hand, let me touch the ball. Throw some lobs. Let me make some passes. Don't just have me out there working all this hard. And if y'all gonna do that, no problem. I'm gonna brick these motherfucking free throws. It may sound messed up. It may sound wrong, but it's my opinion. I think Mitchell Robinson is doing it purposely. And it's no coincidence. One of his best games we've ever seen offensively, he hits his free throws. So I understand Mr. Patton is a good shooting coach. But to say he fixed Mitchell Robinson in one game, and Mitchell Robinson had the nerve to say, I just up under the elbow and got, bruh, he been in the league long enough, and I'm going to repeat again. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not debating with Fleet tonight over this. I'm not doing none of that. You cannot go from 68% to 18%. Mistake. It doesn't happen. So for me, I think Mitchell Robinson is really doing this on purpose. I think he's trying to prove a point to the Knicks. I think, in all seriousness, we talk about the Knicks. We talk about the big three, the big four. It may be a little jealousy in the locker room, with the Nova Knicks. Some guys get left out when certain names come up. When we talk about the Knicks, we all know the names: Brunson, Cat, Bridges, Hart, OG. Everybody love Deuce.
Brunson named him when they won the cup. Brunson specifically named him when they won the cup.
Right.
Go ahead.
See, this is when I know I'm doing something right. When I get a reaction out of him, listen,
yo, man, go ahead. Man.
His name is Flea, not him.
Go ahead, OG.
I never interrupt none of y'all ever.
Go ahead, OG.
Go ahead. OG. He's trying to listen. Lie after lie after lie.
See? Go ahead, man. I know when I got my two brothers' panties in the bunch, it's about to be 2-on-1 up here, Paul. Look, I told y'all, I'm not arguing with Flea tonight. I'm not doing it.
All right.
I don't care what Brunson names him. Mitchell Robinson, my opinion. Look at my brother. Look, I told you, I got now. Put me on the screen. Don't put me by myself. Get out of here.
He said what he named him. No, he called this. He shouted him out. He didn't name him.
His name.
Hey, Flea. Tell him, sometimes when you put me on that regular screen, like you put me in a corner. Stop doing that, man. I'm just joking.
The producer's producing.
He's up in his production. You know.
Right.
You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing.
Cam voice, producer.
I think Mitchell Robinson feels he gets slighted sometimes. And I mean, he has a right to feel how he feels. If we expect Mitchell Robinson to be the difference maker, the game changer, if we expect him, as Fabian says, to guard 1 through 5, we see the great defensive plays that he makes. And we expect him to be the best rebounder on the team, damn near the only rebounder on the team, because it seems like Indian Cats rebounds don't amount to shit. They never important. It's never an important offensive rebound. It's never an important defensive rebound. Look at your man. Look, see, I'm just saying. If Mitchell Robinson,
oh my God,
Saturday,
no offensive rebound is important. This guy's on fire.
If we expect all this from Mitchell Robinson, he should at least be able to get 2-3 plays a game ran for him. We have guys that don't know how to lob the ball, that don't know how to throw the alley-oop. So for me, I think Mitchell Robinson, I'm not saying he has the right to miss free throws on purpose. I'm not condoning that. But he has a right to feel some type of way as far as like, listen, man, I'm working hard. Give me the ball. Let me touch the ball. So I really feel like when we always talk about the Knicks, that's Mo right there, right?
Yes.
The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the elegant, the exquisite. Mo was in the building. What up, Mo? Fellas.
Mo, what up?
Come on, y'all. Yo, come on. That's the second what up, bro. We're like,
damn, I said what up. God damn. I just wanted to make sure that you heard I said what up.
Yo, damn, Mo, don't fall for this nigga. For this nigga shit, man. Yo. Lord have mercy. I couldn't even finish my shout out. What up?
Yo, Flea, you got Goldie all worried, man.
Yeah, listen.
It's nasty.
Goldie ain't never been this worried. This shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
What up, Mo? Everybody, fellas, I know the drill, man. Put a hearts up there, high wave, a thumb, man. Respect to the ladies. But Flea, I'll let you cook. All seriousness, I think Mitchell Robinson does at times feel some way. I think he does get left out. When we talk about not from us, but from the basketball world. We always praise and rave about Brunson. Everybody still raves about Cat. But it just seems like at times Mitchell Robinson's name gets left out. And to real basketball people like us, Mitchell Robinson might be one of the most important guys on the team. And I don't think he gets enough praise. He doesn't touch the ball. And I think at times he feels like, okay, if that's what y'all going to do, I got a trick for y'all asses. And I really do think he be breaking them shits on purpose. Because once again, you cannot go from 68% to 18% and then in one game, your free throw shooting gets fixed. I'm not going for it. So I'm not saying he's right. But listen, we need to start treating Mitchell Robinson with a whole lot more respect because we see what he is capable of. And I agree with Flea. I'm not saying we have to dump him the ball on the post. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying why can't we run 2-3 plays that's solely for Mitchell Robinson just to boost his confidence and make him feel good? Like I said, roll to the basket or a fucking legit lob. Let him go up there and get it. Let him feel like he's part of the guys. Because I'm gonna be honest, at times it just feels like it's Mikal, OG, Brunson, and Hart and Cat. And then I think Mitch gets left out. So, yeah, I think he's doing that shit on purpose, Flea. Yes, I do.
Great comment here from 3 times. I can't remember the player that told the story, but a Pistons player once said that Ben Wallace wouldn't get involved with the game plan unless he touched the ball early in the first quarter. I think I remember that being something in the finals also against the Lakers, that when the Pistons played them, they were running actions for Ben Wallace at like the elbow, and he hit like a shot, and I was like, for real, we're doing this? But to AllBall's point, the Twitch Mitch is still in effect, Flea. Do you believe this story?
So we heard this before. This has been done before. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem. It's the first time you did that. Don't let it happen again.
It never happened again.
Please. The shooting coach, Peter Patton, obviously worked on Josh Hart's three-point shot and was bricking all season before he started helping him out. The Chicago Bulls players, Kobe White, a star on the Chicago Bulls, was disgusted with this reportedly, and it's a beef between Peter Patton, the shooting coach, and the player development coach in the front office in Chicago. And the Knicks were glad to hire him after Josh Hart requested a shooting coach, and Mike Brown obliged and got Peter Patton over here. And what are your thoughts on this and AllBall's conspiracy?
I mean, I think OG is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Let me just start there. I think he is. I've been quiet. I ain't say that. He got upset with me. I stepped in there. I want to let him finish his thought, but I think he's absolutely ridiculous. So hold on, couple things. You put emphasis on the fact that at one point Mitchell Robinson shot 68% from the free throw line, and it just started to slowly decline over the last couple of years. Let's be honest with ourselves. Mitchell Robinson hasn't been available the last couple of years to really be out there, to get any kind of confidence, to get any kind of rhythm, to be comfortable at a skill that he's not even good at. So you want him to you want him to be out there and maintain the 68% from the free throw line when he's not even on the court over the last 3 to 4 years long enough to get comfortable, work on his shot. Like I think we're being a little ridiculous right now. I think that he is not that good of a free throw shooter, which is why it declined over the years. It didn't help because he wasn't on the court. So you're not even practicing that shit. All you worried about is rehabbing and staying healthy enough to get on the court. Sometimes you get back on the court, you're fat. Sometimes you look fat, right? It's about time Mitch is in shape, but sometimes he comes back looking fat. So, he never gets an opportunity to practice free throws. So I think the decline is fair. What else did my OG say? Because there was some points that he was there that he touched on. So you mean to tell me Peter Patton just came in one day and fixed his his free throw shooting? These niggas go, me, you, Anthony Anderson, Barack Obama, our kids, all these niggas go to lethal shooter and become lights out shooters overnight. And all this shit comes out, all this kind of footage. Everybody goes to lethal shooter, right? And everybody is a knockdown shooter when they go to lethal shooter. So you're telling me a social media phenom grabs the most doo-doo niggas on the court ever that can't shoot worth shit. They are shooting shots and hitting shots out of nowhere, and all he's worked with them on is about 4 to 5 hours. We're saying that Peter Patton, the actual shooting coach, can't come in and help the guys shoot better. That's what you're saying right now? Come on. No, I'm not buying it. This dude actually is working on his free throws. All I'm saying is do it again, Mitch. You got niggas gassed right now. Do it again, Mitch.
Was that
shoot 6 for 8 from the free throw line again, Mitch?
Hold on. Last
stop
time you told somebody do it again, what happened?
That was Brunson. That was Brunson.
Mm.
That was Brunson. That was Brunson.
Just asking a question. I'm not
And
here to be facetious and nothing. I'm just asking questions.
I'm just saying.
I don't even know if that went with what I was supposed to be saying.
If I didn't like that fire, we wouldn't be sitting here right now, smiles, champions of the cup, right? But anyway, Mitchell Robinson, do it again, nigga. Mitchell Robinson, do it again. Stop the nut. Do it again, nigga. Shoot 70% from the free throw line for the rest of the season. How about that? Do it again.
So AllBall uncovered the Twitch Mitch conspiracy theory and Flea Rehab Jalen Brunson's performances in New York. Knicks Rehab is amazing. I tend to agree with AllBall, man, because
look at his face. Look at my brother's face, man. Flea, we got your ass today.
There's no way you can tell. And here's the other point. Why would we want a nigga on our team that is purposely missing shots because he's not touching the ball? You want to be a championship team. Now, all seriousness now. Hold on. Because you niggas want to laugh like a joke. Hold on a second. Why would you want a nigga on our team when his sole skill is rebounding the basketball and playing defense? All he got to do is touch it every now and then, cool. But you're okay. If your conspiracy is right and accurate, and Fabian is about to double down on it, before you do, question, y'all want a nigga like that on our team?
Yes, get him the ball.
Okay.
Yes. Hold on, just 10 seconds, 20 seconds maybe.
All right.
We know what he's capable of. We know what he can do. We've seen it for how many years now? And Flea, you're right. Yeah, he's injury prone. But this season he started out the beginning of the season playing.
And he's going to gain the respect of whoever it is that you think that's not talking about him. You don't think the players understand how valuable he is? You don't think the coach understands how valuable he is?
You want me to be honest?
You're talking about the masses right now. The masses are going to start to fall in love again with Mitchell Robinson because he's doing what he's supposed to do. Be out there. But if you're not out there, how can we be mad?
I'll let Fabian go, but just response. The coaches understand how important he is, but if you want me to be honest, I don't think the players understand how important he is. That's just my honest opinion. I really don't, Flea. I really don't.
He just got lob after lob yesterday.
That's one game.
It's been after lob.
How many games he played?
Cool. Okay, cool. He put himself in a position to play well last night. Do it again, nigga. Do it again. Put yourself in the spot again. To even sniff at 21 points.
Forget the 21 points, right? Because I know that's not going to happen again. What he does it every night. They don't give him the ball. They miss out on 2-3 lobs a night with him. Every game we play Flea, they miss out on 2-3 lobs. We watch it and see it.
Listen.
Hold on. So you think
the reason you're getting paid? If the reason you're getting paid is to rebound, block shots, and play defense, and be the anchor out there, go do what the fuck you getting paid for. Miss me with I gotta touch it. Okay, you gonna touch it, but don't tell me he's out there missing free throws on purpose. Stan Van Gundy, a longtime head coach, said, "I don't give a fuck if at any point if he's in the game, I'm fouling him and putting him to the line. At any point." So you mean to tell me that if a coach on any team in the league right now, if we get into a playoff series where we really need him, and because in game 1 and game 2, he didn't touch the rock, now we in game 3 and they doing Hacker Mitch, he's going to miss free throws on purpose because he's mad he didn't touch the rock? Get the fuck off my team. Get away from me, nigga. I don't give a fuck how good you are. Get away from me. That's how I feel about that. That's insane. Do what you get paid for. Everything else is whipped cream and butter. Are you kidding?
He does. But
nah,
he does.
Man.
He
hell no.
But he does.
Hell no.
He does what he does. Like he does it well. You say do what you do, what you get paid for.
I'm going with your theory, though, OG.
Okay, right. But what you're saying is not making sense to me because you're saying do what you get paid to do. He does. Every time he's on the floor,
no matter what.
Does.
no matter what,
But he does, Flea.
whether you're gonna touch it, or not, you should be out there contributing. Jalen Brunson didn't have legs last night. We like to call Jalen Brunson a superstar. We like to throw this word superstar out here. When a guy don't got legs, right? A superstar level player doesn't have legs. You got to do some other things to affect the play. Like other superstars, when they don't got it, they're going to do some other shit. Bean, 6 for 24 in game 7 of the finals. Okay, I'm going to go get rebounds because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. All I'm saying is that do what you do. How you affect winning and what you affect on do it. No matter what. No matter what. You're not a superstar level player. If we don't work you into the offense, I don't see how you're going to be out there missing free throws on purpose because you don't touch it. That's piss. If that's true, that's crazy.
Well, I like what Stack's Time and Difference said. No way Mitch is sabotaging like this during the contract year. Yes, but I also like what our guy said earlier 3 times where he's saying Ben Wallace said he was not going to join the huddle or whatever game plan proceedings before the game if he was not involved in getting the rock. As much as, yes, he hasn't played 70 games and whatever else case may be. He's a human being at the end of the day, and we've always heard that. Feed the big man. We've always heard that, and we always said that because big men like that, they can't really set their own shots up. They have to be set up. Tyson Chandler had to be set up. You don't expect no hezzy from Tyson Chandler or look over the shoulder, a pivot move. None of that shit. If Tyson Chandler didn't get the ball, they would have an issue because Tyson Chandler would not hold back. That's a vocal dude. And Mitchell Robinson doesn't seem to be a shy guy. Yes, but so does Mitchell Robinson. So does Mitchell Robinson. But I do believe, to AllBall's point, I'm fully bought in because there's no way he react. It's not just hitting the free throws because they still kind of look the same to me. Like that line drive shit is crazy. You are a professional. You know how to bend your knees and just come on, man. You look like the little Shaq toy from back in the day. You look bananas, Mitchell Robinson, but he still he looked different. He played 26 minutes, which might be the most minutes he played this year. Was he motivated? Is he healthier now? Is he in more shape? He was coming off the bench now, but after starting, playing the first 3 minutes of the first quarter, last 2 minutes of the first quarter, I think all these things factor in when you talk about your role, and now you're back as a 6th man, basically, or a 7th man, and we get to utilize you in this role. We might dump the ball off to you, but we need the players around him to get the ball to him. And it's not just AllBall's going too far with it, thinking that they're ignoring him on purpose. I just think these kind of players, Jalen Brunson's not set to do that. And now, the beginning of last game against the 76ers, Brunson was passing the ball. Against the Spurs, he was passing the ball. He looked like he's been watching Tyler Kolek. He looked like he's been inspired by Tyler Kolek for a second there. So would that help Mitchell Robinson as well? It has to. It has to. There's no way you can tell me as a man, as a human being, as a basketball player, you can't dribble. All that hezzy bullshit we've seen in the summertime, you ain't doing it in game. You're not doing it in game. But during the game, when they start feeding you the ball, you look excited. The fans are excited. They're cheering for you at the free throw line. They were cheering for Yabusele yesterday. I think, is he missing free throws on purpose? I think it's easier to miss them on purpose when you're in that mood. You're in the mode like, whatever. They're not getting me the ball anyway. I got to get my points off the rebound regardless. I suck at the free throw line. All that shit's probably playing in his head instead of just letting go and release. In that interview, it sounded like he's acknowledging that. He's acknowledging, I feel different I feel more comfortable. And again, we talking about comfort. Cat talking about feeling more not feeling comfortable when the season started. Josh Hart, all these guys talking about feeling way more comfortable with the system now, and they're playing like it. So we can sense when you're feeling confident. We could tell with the way you move. We could tell with the way you catch and shoot the rock. We can tell with Mitchell Robinson at the free throw line shooting 7 to 8. The crowd going crazy for him. Going bananas for Mitchell Robinson. This, to me, after that Ben Wallace comment, if I was a deciding vote, I'm going AllBall conspiracy. The Twitch Mitch conspiracy is real. It's legit, Flea.
Well, you know what? Flea makes a great point though, and I try to have fun with it, and maybe I'm, going a little overboard, but I just feel like, everybody played basketball before. Like I said, whether you just played in the park, and I just know when you're not involved and not touching the ball, But you're, the best defender. You're hustling. You're getting the rebounds. And I just feel like sometimes with our Knicks, Mitchell Robinson gets left out. And I just feel like maybe sometimes he feel like he's not one of the guys. Like I said, we see the relationship the Villanova guys have. We know, Cat, the guy making the big money, things of that nature, right? We already know OG got the max. We know the love dudes get when he hit the shot. Dudes, like we know all that. A guy like Mitch, no disrespect, he doesn't get none of that. So I just feel like his mindset is, and I like what Fabian said, okay, maybe not missing on purpose, but just up there and just your mind is like, man, fuck this shit. Because it's like, yo, how do y'all expect me to do all this? And y'all don't even attempt to look my way. And like I said, I see at least 2-3 times a game where they miss him on the law. And I'm not saying it's purposely, but it's like, yo, they don't even look his way. So for me, I don't think it's far fetched. And with that Ben Wallace thing you just said, it just goes to show that that shit does happen. And you wouldn't even expect to hear that from a guy like Ben Wallace. We all praise Ben Wallace. So to hear that from a guy like that, just imagine the guys today that, my opinion, don't love the game and is not in love with the game as guys used to be. So I don't see it far fetched that a guy like Mitch is just out there like, yeah, I'm gonna do my job, but get up here. If I make him, I make him. If I miss, I miss. Bunk it. Really think at times he does it, I flee. Is he wrong for that? Hell yeah. And you made a great point. Would you want somebody like that? Like you said, if it's in the playoffs, and I agree with you. But listen, my opinion, we have a point guard, we have guys that are professionals. To me, I make a great example with the Harden Clint Capella. Listen, we can say what we want. Harden made sure Clint Capella was going to get him 2, 3, maybe 4 lobs a game. And to me, that makes your big man just work that even more harder for you, Paul. So I just feel that, Mitch earns the right to at least touch the ball 2, 3 times. And I'm not saying give him the ball on the ISO. I'm not saying watch him post up. But it's too many times I see him run to the rim or roll to the rim, hand up, or it's right there. They don't even throw that shit up. And if they do throw it, that shit is horrific. So, I mean, I'm still going with the conspiracy. He's doing that shit semi on purpose.
Flea, are you convinced?
Nah, the nigga don't work hard enough on his game for me to think he doing something on purpose or not. I just think he can't shoot free throws. There's nothing about Mitch's game that's gotten better. Like, he's been the same guy since he came in. That's exactly why we got him. Tall, lanky, rebound, block shots. And that's what he's done. Nothing about his game has gotten better. So I don't think he's a guy that works on his game. So he wouldn't be a guy that I would look to give the basketball to, whether he's big or not. I think Mitch has a unique skill. And I think if we are talking about winning the championship, we got to have selfless guys on the team. Like guys that are not going to be worried about where they show up in the box score. And if Mitch at this point in his career, he's a homegrown guy. So you mean to tell me so we done brought all these new guys in and over this and over that. And at no point did we get rid of Mitch yet. We've had different management, we've had different coaches.
They didn't want him. We tried, Flea. They didn't want him.
At no point it hasn't been done though. Has it been done? Whether you tried or not, a billion niggas tried to get, but billion niggas done got
Flea,
traded.
be fair, Flea. We tried, Flea.
What are you talking about? So what? What I'm saying is he's a homegrown guy. So what type of love you looking for from this nigga? Why would I reward a nigga? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, you said.
Why would I?
You said we as much as we love or whatever. We didn't get rid of him or trade him. We tried, Flea. Minnesota didn't want him in the package.
Boom. So he's here. He's here. He's still here. He's still being utilized. He's still a factor. So okay, so what? Okay, we tried to trade him. We tried to trade a bill. Everybody almost gets traded. What I'm saying is he's still here. He's a homegrown guy. We drafted him. He's been through a couple of different regimes. All I'm saying is that I don't see him as a guy that's worked on his game. I don't care about give the big man the ball. You know what the big man usually does? Works on his game. Works on his game enough that I say, you know what? I could give him the ball because he's working. This guy has a unique skill set. What Rodman was worried about getting the basketball? Was he ever worried about getting the basketball or touching it?
That's a bad.
I'm asking a question.
No, Flea, no.
So why can he contribute to multiple championships off of that skill set? But Mitch excels at that skill set, and we worried about him missing free throws on purpose because he don't touch it.
We made that exact comparison the other day. Dennis Rodman is not a lob threat. He wasn't a lob threat. That wasn't his role.
So because he's a lob threat, he got to touch. Well, in real time, this shit is happening. So I don't even know why we even, to be honest, even having this conversation. It's been happening over the last few games. He's been touching it around the rim.
And he's been hitting his free throws, Flea. That's all we're saying. It's just a mighty coincidence. 7 of 8 from the field, 7 of 8 from the charity stripe. Those are the facts.
That's comfort. That's being out there. That's working on your shot. We're talking about one of the best shot coaches in the league coming inside. That's not missing on purpose. If he's missing, like I said, I'm standing on that. If he misses on purpose, get the fuck away from my team. I don't want that type of dude.
So let me ask you a question. I
wouldn't want to play with nobody like that.
Okay, understandable. But let me circle back to the original question. Okay, Peter Patton. Where was this help with Mitchell Robinson the whole season? If he helped Mitch so much, y'all telling me he helped Mitch one game? To me, that's impossible. Where was Peter Patton or whatever? Where was this help with Mitch at the free throw line all season?
Like, why now? Yeah, I agree with that.
What did I originally say? Do it again. If he could hit free throws now, let's see for the rest of the season.
Right.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're right, because he started the season off 8 of 33, and he was, 7 of 8 the last 8 attempts. But it is interesting to see, did he refuse the help from the guy that they requested to help players should have a better form on their shot? Did he refuse
giving Mitch a lot of credit? He looks so unserious. He's an unserious country nigga. He don't even y'all be giving that nigga a lot of credit, like he's real cognizant of what the fuck is going on.
Hold on a second. I disagree with that. The level of defense that he plays, to be able to box out, be in position. How many times they found he was wide open underneath the rim and he's just not getting the ball? I think he's as unserious as he may look, as doofy. I mean, I say all these guys look doofy. But Mitchell Robinson, the way he blocks shots on the perimeter inside the paint, to say that he's not cognizant of what's going on, I think he's super cognizant of what's going on, and that's part of the problem. Like, yo, why should I get a better free throw shot if you guys ain't even trying to look for me? And you're trying to even dump the ball. I'm not saying create the first, second, third option on the play. He cannot be any of that. That would be ridiculous. But if the play's breaking down and there's he's the guy that has to set screens when he's out there. He has to do that. And nobody sets a screen better than Mitchell Robinson on the team right now. So he should be fed somewhat, be able to dive, when he dives to the basket. And when Brunson was on the floor and Carlton Towns threw him that pass, I would like to see more of that. And if he repeats it, then damn, we would see more of this. I want to see more of this, because now you can't do the hack and mid shit, because even if you do the hack and mid shit, it's over. Steven Adams gets hacked. That shit don't matter. He's still a dominant defensive dude. Mitchell Robinson's a dominant defensive player. So if only we could ask Mitchell Robinson the real question on ball to his face. Does anybody have the cojones to ask him that?
So if I met him, bro, you missing them shits on purpose or what? I'm going playing. He gonna say yes or no. But what Flea just said, it kind of proves my point of what I was saying earlier. Mitch don't get the respect and the props he deserves, and I'm pretty sure he feels like that. Like I said, when we have Knicks Rehab, when you have all these other Knicks platforms, when you have the fans, when you just have the networks, when we talk about how good the Knicks is, it's only a few names that we hear. Mitch's name is never heard. And I don't care what nobody say. He's a human being, and he has a right to feel some type of way. Because like I said.
What the fuck? What do you want, OG? You want this nigga celebrated like he's Brunson? What do you want? For what do you
No,
want? How do you want people to talk
I want
about
him to
this
get
nigga?
the prop. I want him to get the props he
From
deserves.
who? From who?
From
From who?
everybody,
From
Flea. Everybody.
we see how valuable he is. Hence, why we've been kicking this nigga back in for 4 years. So why we acting like we don't understand how valuable he's been? Now he's finally in a mode where we can rely on him. We know he's not gonna play back-to-backs, but he's finally in a mode that says, "Yo, we can rely on Mitch to do his job." Now, after 20 games, you want this nigga's face on the back of the page, back of the paper? I'm confused. The nigga gets his just due, OG. Like, stop
no, he
this.
don't.
He gets his
no,
just
he don't.
due.
Flea. No, he don't.
Gets his just due. For a nigga that don't stay on the floor, yo, if I don't see this nigga at work, and now all of a sudden the awards come out and you want this nigga
Flea,
to get a participation award because he works with me, I don't ever see he calls out. He's on FMLA all the time. Every time I turn around, somebody's dying in his family.
He's playing this
never
season,
at work. But
You're
now,
wrong.
He's playing, and you want me to pat him on his back for doing his job. Get the fuck out of here. He's doing his job. Good.
We pat everybody else on their back.
He said, "Yo, Mike Brown be giving out Timbs." Nah, Mike Brown said, "Let's give the Timbs to Huck Portis tonight for his verticals." There's no way Huck Portis. No. There's no way. See, that's we got to stop. There's
How
no
many
way.
times?
Please stop. There's no way Huck Portis getting a pair of Timbs 2 times this year. Huck Portis is getting props. He should never get Timbs over Mitchell Robinson ever. I don't care if Mitchell Robinson having a bad game. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo,
that's your problem. Now y'all niggas is gassed.
No. I'm saying
for 2 months. Like, be cool.
I'm saying if we are hyped because Mike Brown is giving props to Huck Portis and these guys, he's giving them minutes. He's showing them some sort of like, this is how you get confidence. This is an opportunity for you. Mike Brown's the one who said there's no way we shouldn't have 3 lob attempts per game with Mitchell Robinson before the season even started. And we saw it in the preseason when Clarkson got it to him, and we see it in game with those guys. So it's not just a pat. Forget the pat on the back. That's not what we talk. Because AllBall's going crazy with the thinking they're not giving the ball purpose.
We pat everybody else on the back.
But the pat on the back to me gotta be the lob something for him, even if he doesn't get the ball. Something where he's showing and you show some sort of effort to show that he's involved on the offense because he wants to be a part of this thing. He's tired of looking at the box score and seeing 4 points, 25,000 rebounds. We will all be sick of that shit. That looks nuts. I got 7 digits on the rebounding scale, and I'm stuck on single digits with the points. When I know, you could have handed that off to me. I don't know if he's vocal enough. I don't know if he feels comfortable enough.
That's resulting into wins, and that results into us winning the championship. I'm pissed off because, all right, okay. Mitchell Robinson is Akeem Olajuwon now. The fuck out of here. Okay.
I mean, but this is the point. Hold on, Flea. But this is the point I'm making, and this is how everyone feels about Mitchell Robinson and him being a human being. Sit back and go, look how much we glazed Josh Hart, right? They fine and dandy. But once again, a guy like Mitchell Robinson can have the right to be like, yo, I'm playing hard pause. I'm the best rebounder, I'm the best offensive rebounder in the game. The other night, if I'm not mistaken, they said a stat where because of Mitchell Robinson, we got 28 points. That's all for his offensive rebounding. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm just saying, I don't want to argue or fight, but we cannot glaze everybody, but then we never glaze Mitchell Robinson. And I'm not saying us, Lee. I'm just saying the masses. All I'm saying is when I hear and see all these podcasts, when I see the networks, when I see everybody talking about the Knicks and how important the Knicks is, nobody brings up Mitchell Robinson. They bring up everybody but Mitchell Robinson. And in my opinion, people are wrong. Because without Mitch, we've all agreed, if he's not healthy, without Mitch, we don't have a backup center, and we damn sure ain't winning. So for me, I think he has a right to feel like, yo, hold up, part of the game. Yeah, I know I'm injured. I'm not playing back-to-backs. I know my minutes is limited, but look at what Mitchell Robinson did in that Philly series. Came back injured, and we all agreed, him not coming back in that series, we may not win that series. So for me, I just feel like Mitchell Robinson's name gets left out when it's talking about how great the Knicks are and how we have this great team and we're ready for contention. We bring up a lot of names, and Mitchell Robinson's name always gets left out. And I just feel he may feel some way about that, whether it's right or wrong.
Knicks Rehab has been disgusting.
Flea, this is the same guy who wanted him traded in July.
Knicks Rehab has been discussing the absence and how valuable Mitchell Robinson is for the last 3 years. And
said
now
not us,
finally,
I said not us. But you can't do that. I said not us.
Okay. But I'm just like, so what you want? Them not. Yo, listen.
Flea, I'm not saying us. We talk real ball.
Them other
right.
niggas ain't.
But hold on. I think part of that is the fact that whoever else you got as a defensive player of the year candidate or defensive dude, somebody who would rebound like that, they say it's the first time somebody averaged more offensive rebounds than points in a season since Dennis Rodman. And that's how that came up the other day, Flea. The reason why he's not going to be talked about like this, we saw Charles Barkley say, oh, damn, it's Moses Malone. Everybody talks about him, but it is the missing games factor. There is a lot to him that we can shoot at him about, like, yo, Flea's been saying this since the summertime. I'm sick of him. If he ain't going to play 70 games, I don't want to hear about him. So a part of Flea's disgust is this. It is this. I'm sorry we have to transition here, folks, but the Cleveland Cavaliers are a hot mess, and I'm only bringing this up for a reason. I'll tell you why. But they're saying that the owner, Dan Gilbert, is incredibly unhappy with what's going on, and this is an NBA follower, Mr. Buck. Sorry, I don't know your full name, but I seen your thing pull up, and I wanted you to express what's going on with Dan Gilbert and the Cavs real quick.
2 sources with knowledge of the situation, very close to the situation, say that Dan Gilbert is very unhappy about what is going on. He turns on the games and he hears boos 4 times in the last 5 home games, turns on games and sees the Cavs trailing by double digits again, sees the Cavs leading for 1 minute in the second half of these games, and he's paying a huge luxury tax bill. It's the highest payroll in the NBA. It's the only team in the second apron. He's willing to do that when he thinks the team has a chance to win a championship, when he believes in the group that he has. But it's not that early anymore. We're about, 35 to 37% of the season done? When you see this 29 games in, you start asking questions if you're the guy in charge of everything with this organization. 2 sources with knowledge of the...
Thank you, Mr. Buck. I only brought that up because, we had trade talks and we haven't heard anything about James Dolan being involved in our trade talks. Somebody who's been named as available, and I don't know if James Dolan will get involved, but you see it here, Knicks recap, he goes over it.
The Knicks must trade for Saddiq Bey. The Knicks are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. NBA Cup champions, riding a 6-game win streak, have won 10 out of their last 11 games. But even with all of this, the Knicks understand they still need more if they want to win it all. And according to reports, New York is currently looking to add another piece to their bench. Shout out to Basketball News Network and the Bill Simmons podcast for giving us this following information. According to NBA insider Zach Lowe, he gives us the following regarding the Knicks and their upcoming trade plans. According to him, I do think they're going to sniff around for one other guy. Clarkson's been up and down. Yabusele didn't even play in the other game. Landry Shamet, every time he seems to cement a role in somebody's rotation, something happens, and he doesn't have a role in the rotation anymore. So I think they'll sniff around for another bench guy.
We got the gist of that. We've been talking about it for a minute. That's a name I don't think came up. Saddiq Bey from the Pelicans now. He's been on 3 different teams now, if I'm not mistaken. But we don't have to worry about, it doesn't seem like James Dolan meddling around, or is he? Because he's the one who cemented the firing of Tom Thibodeau. But Flea, what do you think about Saddiq Bey as a name for the Knicks to come off the bench?
I mean, I think I like Saddiq Bey's game, right? He's another Nova guy. He'll fit right in, right? He's another nigga from Nova, so he'll fit right in. But like Saddiq just came off a ACL injury, right? And I mean, he's playing on a bad team right now, but his numbers ain't bad. I think he's shooting a little over 45% from the field. He could shoot it. He's got a big body. right? Like he's averaging like close to 15 a night. So I don't know. He's like a fringe starter. He starts a little bit. He comes off the bench. Obviously for us, he'll come off the bench, but I just think that would be an added punch off the bench, a guy that can really defend. Right now, we really ain't gonna have to worry about if Jordan Clarkson is in that deal, because I'm sure if we trade in somebody off our bench, it will probably be Clarkson starting there or somebody else if it's Saddiq Bey. I would just be concerned. He just came off an ACL. How good is he? He's just bouncing back. This is his first year back. So I don't know. Is he a good player? For sure. Could he help us off the bench? Hell yeah. I don't know, though. I don't know. I got to continue to see. It's his first year back. The first year back usually is like the rev up year. He's still young, right? He's pre-30. I don't think he's 30 yet, but I think he could be a good addition. But I just wouldn't jump out there and completely mess up the chemistry we have. It could be little tweaks. Yeah, Yabusele could go. A Clarkson could go if we're replacing some of the offense that he brings and adding defense. But those guys, if they want, some of those guys, it would have to be the right player. If we consider Deuce, I still love Deuce, but it would have to be the right player if we ever put Deuce in a deal. So I'm not too big on trying to make a rush trade right now. Obviously, we talked about the Giannis thing. That's kind of been put to bed a little bit right now. But it would have to be like that caliber, right? That caliber of guy. Then you start thinking about, moving pieces around. But ancillary pieces that's going to help us win, like a Saddiq Bey. Yeah, the only couple of guys that I could see us really moving is a Yaba, Clarkson maybe.
I think what they proposed was Yabusele and Pacomi Dadier, and that would be $8 million.
Dadier may go. Okay.
That would be $8 million going out, $6 million coming in. I think Knicks Recap put that as a proposal. He's shooting, I think 45% from the field this year and 35% from three. 14.7 points per game, 6 rebounds. So that's major too, the rebounding. Skilled player, all ball. What are you thinking about Saddiq Bey joining the Knicks?
I mean, it's not groundbreaking, cute move. I agree with Flea, coming off an injury. Gotta see how healthy guys are. We have to really be careful. As much as Clarkson is up and down, guys like Deuce, man, these guys, we have guys that continue to get injured. And I love that report with what they said about Shaman. Like, as much as we like Shaman and how important he is, for some reason, our guys can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So, we really have to be
That's two shoulders, right, OG?
Yeah.
Didn't he hurt his shoulder last year? Like, that's twice.
Yes.
That's twice. Yeah.
Yes. So,
shoulder.
Right. And Flea, we talk about Mitch. But listen, man, we have a whole lot of guys that are injury prone, from OG to Mitch to Deuce. And so we have to be careful getting rid of a guy like Clarkson. Because just imagine we get rid of him, and then now, Deuce doesn't come back from injury, or he gets injured again. So, for me, I just feel like the move we need to make, we need some more size. The young man that we talking about, he's good, and that would be a nice little move. But like I told you, I think we need a big man. And if we can get rid of a Yabusele, a Dadier, we don't have to give up no core guys, because I really think Jordan Clarkson is going to be important down the stretch. I think having him and Deuce kind of solidifies our bench, because if one gets injured, one can step right up. Yeah, Clarkson is a little.
They could win us some playoff games.
Exactly.
They might win us a game or two, right? Just
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So we have to be very careful. So for me, a Yabu, a Dadier, maybe a Shamit to get, a piece we need, because now I like how we look. Like I said, last night was rough, but we're starting to play better basketball. And for me, we can't go but so far with only 2 big men. I'm sorry. If we just got Cat and Mitch, that's going to be rough, especially if Mitch can't play 25, 30 minutes, can't play back. So I think we need some more size. So for me, I will be looking for, like I told you, I think the other night we was talking about some big guys that we would love to get. So, I think that's where our focus should be. We shouldn't be worried about Now I wouldn't mind Trey Clarkson if we know Deuce is super healthy. These guys are getting injured, so Clarkson is filling right in. So I just feel like, nah, we need to go after a big guy. That's what we need, especially get one of those big guys, and we ain't got to give up, our depth of one of our guys that we really need.
I also think that this.
What bigs y'all threw out there? No, I was asking a question. What bigs did y'all?
I like Al Horford.
Okay, you like Al.
But y'all was saying some other names that was great.
Who do we? I can't.
It was a couple of Knicks rehabs ago. I forgot.
Well, that's what happens in rehab. A lot of times when I go,
remember you like Gafford, but remember,
okay. So we were talking the other night. Yes. Okay, so guys like Gaff. You said Horford. We thought Al is a little older, but I understand what type of the type of guy that we need. I would even look at what's son name. He gave us fits, I think, in the playoffs. He was banging paws in the playoffs against us in the Eastern Conference Finals. Thomas Bryant. Where's Thomas Bryant at right now?
Hey.
Where's he at? Right? Like if Walker Kessler didn't get hurt this season, right? He's out for the year, but he's a young guy, but he's a young big, right? Getting him in here, just blocking shots. I mean, he's hurt, but that type of frame.
And remember, Fleet, just real quick for Fabian, remember, I'm just talking. Only reason I say Al Horford, I'm just talking about guys that we could potentially get without giving up anything. Like I don't want to give up Clarkson or Kolick or Deuce, or if we can, because I don't think we need somebody that's super duper major. We just need somebody reliable, that's smart, high basketball IQ, and can defend. So that's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for nobody to where we got to give up 3-4 players and it's going to cost us. No. If we can give up a Yabu and a Shamit, like I said, a Dadier, or not even give up that much, that's the type of deal I'm looking for. But we need some size.
I'm trying to think about some guys right now that would be cheaper.
Fabian came up with some names too. I don't remember who it was though.
But
just cheaper.
Thomas Bryant is at $3 million. He's not trade eligible till Christmas, so a couple of days from now. But he's with the Cavaliers, and again, that's great timing because we just talked about how the Cavs, the owner, get Danny Gilbert stepping in. If he's gonna muck up the game, you're gonna want to dump everybody out of there. Look into that.
Garland out of there, Fabian.
They're gonna have to get him out of there.
Garland's out of there.
I don't understand how you would keep him. Also, I wonder how much Bobby Portis makes because the Al Horford thing, Bobby Portis isn't great, but he provides a toughness, the enforcer guy, and he's been here before. He shitted on us when he left, but I'm thinking about the toughness and grit that he can bring to Al Horford used to bring the Celtics.
I like that. We said Brook Lopez the other night. Now I'm thinking
right. Yeah, Brook Lopez
out in LA.
Hopefully
expensive.
Yeah, and hopefully he could be no, he's like I think 7 to 9 million. But the thing I don't like about Gafford is that he's a bit doofy. I'm tired of having doofy dudes here. He's just goofball. And he's great to be as a big body, but injury prone as well. I hear Taylor Hendricks in the comments. I'm not too familiar with Taylor Hendricks' game. I know he's in Utah.
I mean, yeah, but just another active big, right? Like,
right? Precious,
right? Wasn't it Precious that we were originally?
Yes,
right. Precious as well. Yeah.
And we know Precious is not that he's no nonsense, but that he is no nonsense. Like when he's on the court, you really don't try. But Precious gonna look at you like you stupid, and just being solid on the court and not being able to take nothing from anyone. Can guard on the perimeter. He can't shoot. That's why, I guess Bobby Portis is an upgrade as far as that goes. But Bobby Portis has been there. He knows what it takes. Obviously, the other guys on the Pelicans are kind of a reach because we talked about Trey Murphy at nauseum and Herb Jones. But they should be on a fire sale as well, taking advantage of the Sacramento guy. That's why we talked about Precious Achiuwa. You got, Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma on the trading block on the Milwaukee Bucks. There's a lot that's going on, and a lot of teams are spiraling out. Milwaukee, but Giannis is over here doing an apology tour. I don't know what he's talking about. But that he's showing you how Milwaukee's in shambles. A lot of these guys are in shambles, and Detroit's going to be looking to upgrade as well. Like if Detroit got a Bobby Portis or one of these guys, that's going to be crazy because they're missing the veteran leadership. Even though, yes, OKC won without the veteran leader. Caruso was their leader, it seemed like. I feel like we have to go for more shooting, especially if Shamit's future is a question mark. Because it's true. I didn't think about it. You're right, AllBall, until I read that comment or heard Knicks Recap say that. Yo, not for nothing. Shamit again finds himself injured. He can't ever cement his role. And it's not like when we see him, we're like, yo, nah, I didn't expect for him to try to like start games. But again, he's not being able to play. And we already had that issue with Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby's injury history is going to linger. Cass injury history is going to linger. Brunson's going to miss another 5 games or something like that. Santi Aldama's a good name too, but I don't think of Santi Aldama as the enforcer guy. Like, we need a guy who's not going to play any games with these dudes. Like Lou Dort is star stuff.
Santi don't mind mixing it up, and that's a big.
He might get smacked though. I don't want him to. I don't want to play against him.
That's cool, but he's ready to mix it.
I think that having a tough guy thing for me is just a little overrated. Last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, we didn't lose to Indiana because we didn't have a tough guy. So my thing is we need size. And I love all the names. I just want to be able to get 1 or 2 bigs without giving up much. Like I said, I don't want to have to give up Clarkson or Deuce because, like I said, I'm being honest. We can say what we want about Clarkson. He's reliable. He's able to get on the court. So, just imagine, we get rid of them guys and the Deuce don't come back healthy. Same thing with Shamit. So for me, I think we have plethora of guards. I don't think that's the problem. We need some size if we're going to make this run because, once again, guys like Denver, OKC, they could put out a lineup, where the smallest guy is 6'4", 6'5". So we can continue to just, ride Paul Josh Hart and think every night he's going to have to play like he's 6'9", 6'10". Eventually, he's going to need some help down there. Eventually, he's going to need some rest. And who are we subbing him in for? Who are we subbing him out for? Once again, Cat and Mitchell Robinson is going to need a break. So I think guys like Horford, guys like Precious, the kid from Cleveland Brown that was in Indiana, like I think guys like that is perfect because they know they roles. So I just think we need to go for some size, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
No, I like when you say yeah, because then you start off like that and you go bananas.
Nah, but I'm just, if we don't find that type of big, right? Which they're out there. The cheap bigs to be able to make a smart move. I think Leon Rose got enough relationships out there that he can, finesse something to get a guy in here. Again, I still think that what we have can be better, right? But as of right now, what we're trying to do is win a championship. And if we need Huck Porty to play up, or if we need Jemison to play up, we can't rely on that. So I get that position right now is a little shaky. But that all goes back to the fact that Mitchell Robinson is not somebody who is healthy and can play back-to-back games, and that we can rely on him on a night in, night out basis. If we had him on a night in, night out basis, I don't know if this is really a conversation. Now that gives us more room to develop a Huck Porty, to develop a Jemison. For me, I like the guys like Jeremy Grant, like Trey Murphy, like Herb Jones, right? Those guys, maybe those guys are too expensive, but that type of guy off the bench, maybe Saddiq Bey is a diet version of that. But I just think that, that's, if we don't get a big, I don't think we should, turn our nose up to trying to get another bigger wing that could score off the bench. Because I don't know if we really have that, right?
Yeah,
one of the two we have to.
Somebody in the chat, I think it was Sammy something. Big shout out to them. They're 100% correct what you just said, Flea. We do need a little more depth at that wing position as well, because if we really want to be honest, the only wing we have is OG. Like we have to be honest about that.
When we come off the bench, we come off the bench with Hart. I mean, Hart is a starter now. Bridges is a 2, but obviously he's 6'7", 8", right? He's long, so he could play the wing position. But as we go into our bench, we're a little smaller. So I feel you. I think If we don't get a big, we gotta get, some wing depth and guys that are, bigger on the wings.
That's a interesting name 3 times. Jay Huff, at Indiana. I didn't realize that he signed a 4-year, $10 million deal. I thought he signed for way more money than that. And he's a guy that can shoot the three. He bangs. But I don't think Indiana's willing to part with him after getting rid of Miles Turner. And
Indiana ain't doing no work with us. Indiana ain't doing nothing with us, bro. We can't stand them. They can't stand us. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. And Herb Jones is not no diet. Mikal Bridges, Dr. Zabagan. Mikal Bridges. Ain't no damn Herb Jones. I don't know. Listen, I ain't arguing with nobody about this.
So Herb Jones a better player than Mikal Bridges?
I'd rather have Herb Jones than Mikal Bridges. That's a different level. I'm totally biased to anybody that plays.
I know you because you love the fact that Herb Jones is just an out of this world defender.
Super defender. All defensive first team.
Yes.
Defensive player of the year type. Not one time in your career. No, that guy. But again, like you said, that shit is
be cool. You wildin'.
I just like this.
OG want to say it, but I'll say you glazing. You glazing Herb Jones.
I ain't saying nothing, man.
I ain't saying nothing, man.
Listen,
go ahead.
If a guy like that, different level. Yeah, I was glazing Mitchell Robinson up until the beginning of this season when we had enough of him.
But all these names, a lot of these guys we would love, but we have to be honest, some of these guys are not bench guys, and we're going to have to give up something. So we have to, a guy like Herb Jones, a guy like Trey Murphy, some of these names we would love, but you ain't gonna get those guys for no Yabu and Shamit.
That's
another team would probably be able to play it. Exactly, but another team for you will be able to pull off that heist. But for some reason with the Knicks, we ain't gonna be able to pull out all four. Would have happened already. That's why I just think we need to make very light, subtle moves that that fly under the radar. That's going to help us in the long run. Like I said, what Indiana did to us last season, they went to their 9th and 10th rotation man, and those guys were 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". That made a difference on both ends of the floor and was knocking down the 3-point shot. So I just feel, we just need to make maybe 2-3 moves that under the radar where we don't have to give up much. And I think we'll be fine, but we definitely need some height and some size. Sure.
Yeah, Herb Jones is signed a 3-year, $68 million deal. It's around what, 23 million. That's tough, 23 and a half. Trey Murphy signed a 4-year, 112. So like 32 million. That's a lot. That means you're giving up.
What Denny's deal look like right now?
You going there, Flea?
I'm just asking. Tell me, what does Denny's deal look like right now? What is Denny's deal?
Name?
Just put in Denny's. What does Denny's deal look like right now?
He signed a 4-year deal, $55 million in 2023.
Oh yeah. Portland paid him. Oh well, no, Portland.
Yeah, but that's
Portland paid him or Washington paid him? Who paid him?
I think it was the Wizards. So he signed through 27-28 season.
So Washington paid him. Okay.
But that would you have to do some real finagling with that, because I don't see Portland.
Listen. I'm just
that's come on, man. If we dreaming about Trey Murphy, might as well dream about Denny, right? Like on some real shit.
Denny is playing out of this world right now. Like
hold on. Before I don't want to.
Denny is playing his ass off right now. That's why
I was thinking
off the bench. Like
what? Because you were arguing with me that right, but now that you see Orlando, Apollo better than Franz like that.
I still think he's a better talent, but he can't push that. He's not that player yet. I could walk that back. I don't think he's that player yet to elevate his team by just the player he is today. He's got to get way better to be able to elevate his team without, like, Franz does a lot for them over there, and they feeling that heavy. So I could walk that back for sure.
It's not because what made me put it in perspective, AllBall, was all right. I like Franz, but is he Denny? Like Denny's, Denny's nice, bro. Denny's nice. Franz is good.
How much you think Denny is averaging right now?
If I had to guess, I'm gonna say 24.
26. Damn near 26 a night.
yo. And then when he's on, I don't want to call him right-handed Luka.
He's a starter now, so I don't know. We spitting in the wind right now. Denny's a starter now, so we wouldn't bring him over here to come off the bench. He would obviously he wouldn't be with that, but
he got that game. He got that that shit when he takes the ball off the rim, goes coast to coast. We don't have that.
Dr. Toboggan, right? That's what he working. Denny trying to get paid. He trying to get paid. So we ain't paying him.
On some real shit, he's Showtime. Homeboy is Showtime. Like when gets the ball off the rim, goes coast to coast, and when it's a half court game, he starts to develop some because he's still in his early 20s. But that would be a major steal we get from Portland. Like Portland's looking, they could sneak and try to get Giannis or something like that because they got sneaky good players over there as well. But we veered the hell off because we ain't getting no damn Denny, Trey Murphy, or Herb Jones.
Giannis is not going to Portland.
He's not. But at some point, we'll talk about this for a couple seconds. At some point, yo, Giannis, shut the fuck up, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking? Like, yo, don't say nothing. You sound mad goofy. Now everything you said was his failure. All that shit sounds trash now. The more you talk, like, yo, you know, that was really my agent, and you're copping a plea. You're copping a plea. And what's stopping Milwaukee from going, yo, Portland could give us this pick, that pick. They already made the trade with Drew Holiday and Dame Lillard. Yo, you owe us for sending us that fucking damaged goods and Dame Lillard. Send us, help us. Help us help you. I could, and remember, that's Nike over there. Giannis is with Nike. He's with Nike now, right? He got his own shoe. He put it out this summer. I'm just saying, man.
They're not going to do him like that. They're not going to do him like that.
The players have too much power. It's not happening. He's not going to Portland. Yeah, he's not going to Portland. But let me just say this real quick. Orlando Magic thing, 30 seconds. It's a great player, right? The Ben Carroll thing is funny, right? You know what happened? Bane is getting in the way of Ben Carroll. And that's going to be the downfall of the Orlando Magic. He's taking shots away from Ben Carroll. That's the problem. That's why I say with our Knicks, we have to be careful with who we attempt to want to come in here. Because, you know, it's a fit. Our guys fit. We just need those little things. And for me, you know, the Franz Ben Carroll thing, Faye been saying that for a while, but alluding to that for a while. And I don't want to argue that, but Orlando Magic, they made them, to me, they jumped the gun. They did what Fleet said you can't do. They tried to skip steps. I think they jumped the gun when they went and got Desmond Bane. Because now he gets in the way. That's just my opinion.
I disagree with that, Fleet, because
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think that through before I just completely disagree with OG. Because he replaced KCP, which had his worst season of his career in Orlando last year. So I could feel you about skipping steps, but they might have overreacted. Right?
Okay,
they might have overreacted. They might have overreacted for sure because KCP stunk it the fuck up last year. He wasn't very good last year. So, and then you go trade. How many first round picks did they trade for Bane? Like 4?
That ain't make to me. They was on a trajectory. Going up. I don't see that from them.
The timely injuries keep messing them up. When Franz, Paolo, and Suggs are healthy, you get to see what they really could potentially be. Adding Bane, damn, you're right. How many FGAs Bane taking tonight? And he's finally turned the corner. He's about starting to hit shots now.
His attitude and mindset, listen, in his mind, he's that guy. So he's going to do what he got to do.
How many FGAs Bane take a night? 15. Jesus. Okay.
But I don't think it takes away from what they do. I think, remember, they had the kid, Greg Anthony's son there. They had a lot of guys that would hold the ball. That's just straight all their offensive schemes. And Mosley changed their whole offensive scheme up to push the pace. They can't push the pace of Carroll right now because he doesn't keep his head up and try to get the ball out into somebody else's hand. That's not his style right now. His style is all one-on-one. And He's a ball stopper. And again, it's not that we don't see the talent. His talent is there. I think we all skipped a step when it comes to that guy developing. That's what it is. To say that anyone who thought he was just flat out better than Franz, it was like, whoa, you got to watch these games and you got to just watch how they play with Franz handling the ball and how they respond to it. They're all looking and they're seeing like, oh, Franz might dump me the ball. Franz going down hurt them more than anything else. And then Suggs, when he missed time last season, they went, they didn't look the same. But the Orlando Magic, another team that are a couple trades away from just being this next level, because they have to worry about all these injuries from Paolo, Franz, their main stars, and Jalen Suggs. All three of those guys are injury prone.
Yeah.
Paolo gets a new injury every other month. It feels like the abdominal strain, this strain, that strain. Franz hurt his knee a year to the day, or his ankle a year to the day he got hurt last season in December. So I think with the Magic, I just always loved what they were doing. Jonathan Isaac looked like he's not panning out at all. He had that Robert Williams III feel to him at some point where he was going to be super dominant defensively, but he's not going to pan out. And I don't think they skipped any steps. I just think they weren't able to add somebody else along with Desmond Bane. It's going to be tough, especially when we got Atlanta dumping everybody. They should be looking to see if they could get Jarrett Allen or something like that from the Cavs, or they need somebody tougher, because if it's a dumpster fire with Cleveland, that means they gave up on the season. You're not going for a championship this year, unless
they was never going for a championship. Cleveland, listen, they best years was with LeBron. Let's be realistic. Going on in Cleveland, it's that owner's fault. You're a bad owner. Nobody likes you. That's just what it is. Nobody gives a fuck about Cleveland. Let's be realistic. Listen, that story he trying to push, and I will boo you motherfuckers too. We all know y'all good regular season. Y'all never was a threat. Baby been saying it for years. So all that, get out of here. That owner is the bad owner. You ran a hometown kid in LeBron out of there. Simple and plain. You put out a decent product, but at the end of the day, listen, man, this is what the game is. Every team is dealing with injuries. Now all of a sudden, Cleveland, they ain't never had no problem. I wasn't. When did anybody ever say, like, realistically, Cleveland was going to compete for a championship? Get out of here, man. Listen.
Last year they were supposed to.
They had the best
record.
Exactly,
supposed to.
Right.
But now, I said it about a month ago, I don't believe in Cleveland, and I don't know what's stopping them from going, you know what? I don't like this team. I'm going to, there's another MVP candidate out there that might be available that keeps talking to the media about his agent saying this, that, and the third. What's stopping them from going after Giannis now? We just saw Philly yesterday. What's stopping them from going after Giannis?
You're not going there, bro.
That sounds good, but he also wants to, the more Giannis talks, the more he's revealing who he is. Bro, you care about your image just like LeBron and the rest of these guys, and you try to act like you don't. That's the problem with Giannis, and that's what he's disingenuous about. And he would do nothing more than to love to join a Donovan Mitchell, what's the kid, Maxey with Philly, and try to make a playoff run to wash everybody's memory about what the hell just took place for the last 6 months. You were flip-flopping back and forth about wanting to be traded, wanting to go for a championship, wanting to go down in history. Now you look stupid in front of the national media. Nobody believes you anymore. And the only way to get rid of that is by going to a playoff team and putting pressure on every other playoff team like the Knicks. If you can't beat us, if we can't join us, you got to go beat us. That's what he's going to want to do to get these headlines in New York.
He's built way different than you are giving him, Fabian. This dude as far as his loyalty and how he's rolled this thing out. Like, you think that he's built to where he's going to be able to go and join some ready-made team, and he's not going to go to no bad team. But for you to think that Milwaukee is going to deal with a Philly or deal with a Cleveland who's in conference, I just don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. There's going to be a list of teams. This thing ain't over. There's going to be a list of teams that pops up whenever he gets the cojones to say, I'm ready to rock and roll and leave. But it ain't going to be one of them teams. Not something that's going to be in the Eastern Conference. He's going to mix it up just like Luka mixed it up. Just like, this is not going to be some we trading from Milwaukee to Cleveland. That's not happening.
But okay, so what
Yeah.
makes you say that? What makes you say that? Oh boy, you could of course reply. What makes you say that about in conference when the Bucks are not expected to compete if you get rid of a Giannis? You're done. You're a small market team. You got the MVP of the league at some point, defensive player of the year. If he's gone, all of your championship hopes are gone. Why aren't you looking for draft picks and looking to rebuild? They're in rebuild mode after you get rid of Giannis. They know that. So to go trade him to the Cavs, it ain't nothing. Go win a couple of chips. We're gonna go rebuild and get some other draft picks. We gotta go see next year's draft is the most touted draft that there is. So if one of these teams can give you maybe not, let's say you trade with Cleveland, maybe not Cleveland's draft picks because they don't have any, but if they involve OKC somehow or Utah somehow, whoever has draft picks, a three or 4 team trade, it's a big deal. It's Giannis. I could see Milwaukee easily giving up on the season. They already did. Giannis is out for another month. I could see them easily going, yo, fuck it, trade them to the Cavs or Philly, Eastern Conference. We don't care because we're sick of this. And the only way to really get this going again is hit the restart button.
So, y'all both make great points, but this just shows you Giannis wants to go to one place and one place only. And we're making it difficult because we looking good. That's what this all boils down to. Now the Knicks, including me, we don't want to trade nobody now. We look good. We think we have, enough. We may need to make some subtle moves. Giannis wants to go to New York. He wants a big market, and he understands. I agree with what Flea is saying. Giannis wants to go somewhere to where if he wins, it just boosts his legacy out of this world. No disrespect. If he goes to Cleveland and wins a championship, no one is going to care. Giannis understands that. These players have all the power now. I'll watch KD where he wants to go. No, I'm not going to Golden State. No, I'm going here. And in a minute, he's about to do the same thing in Houston. Watch. So, listen, man. Giannis wants to go to New York. That's how I know it's true, because he would have been traded already. These players are telling you where they want to go. And, for a guy like Giannis, I
Lost him. Okay. This is Giannis talking about loyalty, Flea. The loyalty you're talking about.
It's like temptation. Temptation. Like when you you go through the amusement park, or you go through the outside and you're not wearing your wedding ring like me now, and the people are looking at you like, oh, he's kind of handsome. Oh, it's temptation. And that starts when the season ends until the season begins. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to approach me or approach, my agents, and they're going to say, hey, this is a possibility, that's a possibility, this is a possibility, this is a possibility. But at the end of the day, ultimately, I'm going to make a decision. My decision today is that I'm here, and I'm committed to this team.
Get the fuck out of here, Giannis. Just shenanigans. You could talk about all this stuff about the Lakers and New York, and he wants to find the right organization and boosts. But if that ship sails, then what? The only thing that can make you be boosted in that, aside from joining a big market team, is to go to a championship team. And you still got Donovan Mitchell over there in Cleveland. Philly, to me, has just these guys that are going to be just studs. They're missing a Giannis. Or a lot of these players, the Orlando Magic. What's stopping them from going, you know what, this Boncaro thing and this, it ain't what. I'm just saying, the Atlanta Hawks, there's teams out there that can make this trade for a guy who wants to be traded. He is lying about being loyal. I don't believe him anymore, is my point. He flip-flopped 30 times in the last 6 months.
But that's fine. At the end of the day, if he was like most of these other players are, really firm in his beliefs, he would have said, I want to be traded and this is where I want to go. He said that already. That's already been said, like OG said. He's already said that. They didn't honor that. They didn't go forward with the trade. And so now here we are. I'm just like, yo, if he wanted to be going today, he can make that happen. Today. He can shake the world up because we are captivated off of where is he going and what is he doing.
But we're not the only ones talking about this, because I forgot about this a couple weeks back. Kendrick Perkins went straight flambeau on your man.
Right here, all of them are yours. Giannis is a coward. Giannis is a coward. Let's just call it spade to spade. We wouldn't even be having these conversations We wouldn't be having these back and forths, wondering, hey, you know what? Shams reporting this, and then all of a sudden Chris Haynes reporting this, and then Doc Rivers coming to the podium and he's saying this, that no, Giannis, we have never had this conversation, and then Kyle Kuzma reporting that we didn't have a meeting last after this report. All this bullshit because Giannis is a coward.
Dang.
And I say that respectfully.
No, wait,
Hold on. Be quiet, man.
Finish your statement.
And I say that respectfully
You're a
because
coward, respectful.
he don't want to be there. He don't want to be there, and it's okay. So for like instead of him just coming out and saying, "Trade me, trade me, trade me," I don't want to hear. It was reported a request from Brian Windhorst that Giannis went to the front. No, publicly come out and say trade me and stand on it. Not him. I'm saying once they come out, they ask you the question, say yes. My time is up because I'm tired of it, bro. Everybody's.
Who are you, me, her, Channing, to tell Giannis how to handle the exit from the team that he won an MVP and a championship and a finals MVP? Who are we to tell him how to handle this? They have a team, they have an exhaustion. You're talking about, I'm tired of this. No one gives a fuck. Giannis doesn't give a fuck what you're tired about, nor should he. Respectfully.
Well, why should we give a fuck about him every day?
Because we're covering basketball.
Okay,
so we're covering the game. My point is this: if we don't like the way he's handled it, we can respect Giannis and say, you have done enough for this league. You've done enough for Milwaukee Bucks. They need to figure out things internally. So we want him to come out and say it so we can talk about where he wants to go.
No. I want you to stop hiding your hand.
He doesn't have to hide his hand. He doesn't have to fucking show you, me, or anybody else their hand. He doesn't have to show.
What you mean, bro?
Like what I mean is, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? What are you seeing?
Because Giannis is.
He doesn't have to show us.
He's vocal about everything else. He's loud about everything else. He's loud. Hold on.
He doesn't owe you, me, or anybody else a thing.
Is he not loud about everything else?
He doesn't owe you a thing.
Is he not loud about everything else?
He doesn't owe you or me a thing.
I'm just saying, and no one should be mad.
No one's mad.
No one should be mad if he comes out and
yelling?
No, I'm just saying. No one should be.
Love it. That's real basketball talk. That's how basketball is spoken. Love it.
That R&P. Huh? Giannis is a coward, AllBall?
All right. If big shout out to Perk. I love that interaction with them because people forget, Flea, you know, we from New York, and that's how basketball is taught. You'll think somebody don't like each other, we gonna fight. No, that's how basketball conversations are. Yes, so I love it. But okay, if Giannis is a coward, then everybody's a coward. Because how many guys can we name throughout the years of just the NBA being around where, you know, guys just go, I want to go here? It's a handful. You know, you have guys like Barkley, some guys that are outspoken that'll tell you, you know, a guy like KD behind the scenes, hey, get me out of here. But it's very rare that you get somebody to get on national TV and be like, hey, I want to be traded, get me out of here. It's usually dealt differently. So I don't want to say coward. I think that word was the wrong word Kendrick Perkins used, but I understand what he's saying. But what superstar does that? I don't know what superstar ever came out and literally said, Carmelo. He didn't come out and say, get me out of here. And remember what he was going through in Denver with the coach and all of that. So if Giannis is a coward, then, you know, you got to say a lot of guys in the NBA is cowards because, you know, I don't see that happening. And then we kind of we got to be careful because now if we have players doing that, we're going to critique them for doing that. We're going to say, oh, this. So remember, God. So now with Richard Jefferson, I understand what he's saying because it's always devil's advocate. It's always the other side of the coin. If you get these guys coming out saying that, now you know we're going to say, oh, they don't respect this. And so we always going to have something to say. But I don't think he's a coward, baby. Maybe we can use a better word, but I'm not going to say coward. I think that's a little too strong, a little too harsh.
Flea, what do I always say, man? Every day, somehow, I earn a little more respect for the Mamba. Kobe went on the radio and said, trade me. Kobe went to that
What a
front
career.
office and said, "It's either me or Shaq." Oh boy, what the hell are you talking about?
Just said we can name I said we can name a handful.
Ain't no handful. Akeem Olajuwon came out and said, "Trade me."
That's true.
No, Jordan said, "I'm gonna go to the Knicks if you don't give me my money." A lot of these guys.
No. Slow down.
96, he said it.
Hold on. Let's slow down. We heard Kobe say that, right?
Mhm.
We heard Akeem say that. I'm not saying Jordan didn't say it. Did we see Jordan on national live TV or in an interview or on the radio say that, or did we hear that's what he said?
We heard.
I didn't hear that, but I've read it. I've read it in several books.
No, Flea, you understand? No. I'm not.
Articles.
No.
Yeah.
Flea, are you?
We heard Giannis's punk ass pussyfoot in the summertime talking about New York sounds good to me. Now all of a sudden, he created this. You see, he tried to dip his toe in the water and thought shit was sweet. And this is part of the reason why it looks cowardly. You were talking mad shit. You won your chip. You were talking big dog talk. I ain't gotta go to no team, go to super team. I ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm over here, got my own championships. And look what happens. We have a bum ass organization like LeBron did in Cleveland, like what Kobe felt what the Lakers were turning into. When Akeem felt that way in Houston or whatever the case may be, they're gonna feel that way. But if he's not gonna come out,
did it in San Antonio.
If you're not gonna come out and say that adamantly now, you created a situation in the locker room that you regret, and it's all your fault. And you don't like the fact that people get to talk shit about you now because you like to be liked, but you don't want to play the villain for real. That's what, because now you could be a villain. You could be a villain on the court, but you can't be a villain in the public. That's a different kind of wrestler. That's a different kind of heel. He's not ready for that, Flea. I don't care what you're saying. He
doesn't have to be. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to engage. Kendrick Perkins said coward because he wanted us to react to it and the rest of the world because everybody was going to clip it up. So I
want my clicks. I want my clicks.
That's what I'm saying. So Richard Jefferson is right. Kendrick, shut the fuck up. He don't owe you nothing, nor does he owe anybody to go about this the way that we want him to. We just named all-time greats that did that, right?
Still ain't named 5.
Right, but what I'm saying
Jason
is,
Kidd, we could keep going. LeBron did it. Hold on, Flea. Carmelo did that in Denver. That's how we knew he wanted to come to New York. The Jay-Z connection. If you don't come to the Knicks, you don't go to the Nets. And we were knowing all this. Yo, I forgot the homeboy's name that's from New York that was running us at the time. Yo, we could wait for the summertime to get him. Leon Rose was the agent. That's how we met Leon Rose in the first place. This is not nothing new. What Giannis is doing is pussyfooting. It's cowardly. To call him a coward is messed up because you ain't calling Giannis no coward to his face, Kendrick Perkins. You are 50 years old. You better chill the fuck out. That's the part to me that I disagree with, but this is cowardly.
I think he's trying to measure this the right way because this is the first time he's doing it. I don't think this is cowardly. He don't really know how to navigate these waters. He's not one of these regular Americans that knows how to dance and play in the media. He don't know how to do that. So this ain't cowardly. This is him trying to be measured and trying to play this the right way. He don't play by our rules. He tries to from now coming up with these corny dad jokes every training camp and shit like that. He tries to, but he's not authentically us, bro. And he don't subscribe to that shit. I can't get with you on that. I'm sorry.
He
want the nigga to come out and be what KD does every 2 years. He ain't gonna do what KD does every 2 years.
I'm not saying you got to do what KD does. That's the extreme because KD's out of his mind. Kyrie did it in Cleveland. Oh, you want to trade me? I'm out. I want out. I'm not doing all this. This is what happens in the NBA. All I'm saying is that it happens. It's not like it's nothing new. And Giannis doesn't like the fact that he's looked at this way by the national media that usually glazes him. They usually glazing Giannis for his. I don't want to go as far as everybody else is going, but I'm not. He's what?
They still are. When healthy, really. He's the top 3 player, top 2 player in the league.
But I'm no. That's different than you can still be a top 3 player. You can still be an MVP and be hated. Kobe was an MVP, hated. They hated him.
Oh, you talking about if they like this nigga or not?
That's hold on,
everybody go through that, Fabian.
Well, no,
Every
because
player.
yes, no. First of all, everybody does not go through that. Everybody's not
Every
comfortable with
player.
that. Kevin Durant changed his whole style up when all of a sudden he said the media was against him and nobody was against him. He forced himself to be the villain. And when he wasn't liked and he started acting up, we were like, yo, bro, you acting like a bitch. LeBron James, same thing. LeBron loves being loved, and we know this. So but everybody doesn't get that treatment, and Giannis has never gotten that treatment until now, and he doesn't like it. You don't like the consequences to your actions. This is the reality of it in this here American game of celebrity. That's what happens. You called upon this. I don't. And if you can't handle that, if you can't handle that in Milwaukee, what the hell do you think is gonna happen in New York? Nah. New York is a different animal. This whatever you think social media is, we are that times 100. We will be in your ass, Giannis.
You playing into the media thing a little too much. I think he's built entirely different than all of these other guys that we assuming is he's gonna behave like a Kevin Durant, like a whoever else is demanding trades in the NBA right now. He's a little different. What he's done for that organization, being homegrown, drafted, won a championship with him with a void of like 50 years, like who he is for them, this is going to play out way different than some circus that all you niggas want. It's not going to be a circus. Like, it's not going to go down like that. This is a very different situation than any other situation that we want to bring up. So that's why I'm on the other side of this, Fabian. I don't think this is going to play out in the media in front of everybody and he's going to be this villain and all. It's not going to go down like that.
No. I'm not saying it's going to be that. I'm saying it is that now. He doesn't like the taste of being the villain because when you ask for a trade, that's what you turn into. And he doesn't like the fact that I did that and now everybody's going to come at me because nothing showed out. And then you start losing games or you get injured and we know ain't no championship hopes and you're looking for a championship team. Well, or you're looking for New York and you're not getting that. Now all of a sudden everybody's going to look at you and ask you these questions. And now the team is feeling it. You don't like being the bad guy. You don't like being the Kobe's not doing that. Kobe walked in that locker room. Listen, I know what's going on. I know what they say in the paper, but I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. Giannis don't have that in him. And what I'm saying is that
he's not that guy.
Right. So then that's why he looks like this and it comes off cowardly. You have to retract your retraction. We ain't say that in a while. Giannis has to retract his retraction because this is not how he planned it out to be. He wanted to come to New York. He been called it out. He didn't get what he wanted. And now these are the ramifications of it. I think it's gonna happen in the summertime, like you saying, Flea. And now we see why the Lakers and Dallas made that trade happen in silence because they didn't want to deal with shit like this. Because if this was Luka, Lakers in public, it would have been 100 times worse than what we see with Giannis right now.
Crazy part is, I don't think Giannis is looked at as a bad guy, and I don't even think nothing got out of control. Be honest, like people already forgot about that shit. Nobody even talking about Giannis no more at this point. So they, the situation is getting overblown. And I just think Giannis not being from this country can't really compare him to how other guys handled this situation. Think he's just a nice guy, and he's trying to do it in a respectful way. And to a certain point, Fabian, you make sense as far as like, he probably didn't think it was gonna, happen like this, whatever little backlash he's getting. But be honest, I think people like Giannis enough to win. It hasn't gotten out of control. Nobody really talks bad about Giannis. Nobody really says anything ill will about Giannis. So if Perk ain't have that little clip, however long ago, we wouldn't even be discussing Giannis at this point. So I just feel like I told y'all my original opinion. It goes to show you he wants to come to New York. It's hard to make that trade because if we was doing bad and all right, give it to this person, that person, because we have the pieces. Listen, guys are playing great basketball, and now that thing is looking like we gonna hold up for a minute. Because, if he really wanted to get out of there and just was like, I don't want to be, I'll go in, some guys are going to just get me out of here. Then there is places he can go. But he has all the power and he's letting Milwaukee know, I only want to go to New York. So don't even waste your time trading me nowhere else. So I think this situation is not even as crazy as we thought it would be. Yeah. So Kendrick Perkins, like you said, the clicks, it worked because we up here talking about it.
Of course.
It's easier to forget about it when the Knicks win the NBA Cup. You know what I'm saying?
Forget about everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Before we move on, would you rather talk about JJ Redick checks LeBron or the Carmelo LeBron was never a rivalry?
Yo, man. Oh, man.
Pick one, man.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to see which one's making please head shake more. I'm not quoting nothing.
I don't know why. What you mean it was never a rivalry?
Oh, yes.
I'm confused. I don't know why does it? What you mean it was never a rivalry? Who said that?
You know who said it. Them boys at Gilbert Arena said it, man. LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony was never a rivalry.
Conversation shifted to a heated debate about the LeBron versus Melo rivalry back in the day. Melo saw it and had this response. Stop yelling, gents. Everything is all good, with several laughing emojis.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Carmelo Anthony and Paul Pierce is really a rival. Go look at the numbers. Y'all ain't act like
Gentlemen.
If I'm getting to the finals every time and I'm getting MVP, this is not a rivalry. As an NBA player, right? What is everybody's dream? To do what I did. To play in the finals, right? If you're not getting to the finals, how you ever gonna say that me and you are a rivalry when we're not even playing at our biggest moments? That don't make sense to me.
Anybody that played that small forward position, Melo wanted your scalp.
What about Melo when he was in Denver playing against Paul Pierce, who team couldn't win a damn thing in the East? I don't care about 82 games. I'm talking about where are you when it matters the most?
Conversation shifted to a heated.
Of course.
It always bothers. You know what always bothers me is when niggas that never played in the playoffs or niggas that had limited time in the playoffs, of niggas that never like even sniffed playing in late May going into June, talk the way that Brandon Jennings talks.
Hold on, please.
Like that shit always bothers me because he can talk like that because he was an NBA player. He was a peer of them. So I'm not saying he doesn't have, the cachet to talk, but it always be them type of niggas. I've never seen Brandon Jennings play any meaningful basketball ever. But I digress. Go ahead.
No, I want to piss you off some more. Because the greatest podcast on earth is back. And they spoke about this too. Rich Paul has something to say about this rivalry.
Either you got to meet in the finals or you have to meet in the playoffs. The other thing too is over time, it definitely wasn't a rivalry because LeBron was skipped over. Like a lot of things was skipped over and he went all the way here to people that wasn't even his peers. He was being held to a standard of people that wasn't even his peers. One was gone, was a ghost, in Michael Jordan. And the other one was Kobe, right? And we all wanted that when the Muppets came out, the commercial, and they wanted to play in the finals in 2009. And again, going back to, I think I seen somebody say something, I'm like, no. When they lost in 2009, that had everything to do with the way they lost in 2008. When the Cavs lost in 2008, they lost to a Celtics team that had P.J. Brown played out of his mind in that series.
Right.
You had
the Cavs did not. The Cavs shouldn't have even gotten as far as they did.
But here's what I'm saying: then you come back 2009, preparing for who? The team you lost to in 2008,
right?
And you run into a team with 1 in and 4 out in terms of the Magic, Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, Nelson.
Yeah. How does he have a job? What is he talking about? Flea, Flea gotta go first. Can you interpret? The question is, was LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony a rivalry? And a ridiculous question, to say the least. Rich Paul, Get the fuck off the microphone, bro. You are trash. Trash. You're not doing a service for your man. You sound stupid. Stupid. Dog. Once he starts putting his hand up, where you going with this? He was passing the ghost. So Kobe and LeBron wasn't a rivalry? LeBron and Paul Pierce wasn't a rivalry? What are you talking about? Mike was his only rival. You sound dumb. Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James been rivals since high school. The fuck are you talking about? Like,
you're watching. I was there. I was in high school at the time, watching it, like in it. Like, so, I mean, I understand that, like, yeah, he went to another level just in terms of player and face of the league and winning champion, all that type of shit. But if we're talking about from the day they got drafted or even going back to high school to draft night, to all of that, we were watching them. The rookie of the year race. We always thought that, you know, Melo got cheated out of that. Not cheated, but slighted. That could have absolutely been a co-rookie of the year thing. But
minimum.
You setting the stage. Yeah, right. You setting the stage for LeBron James to be your new face of the league. So I've always watched Denver and Cleveland games when they matched up. It was twice a year, and you always got a great show. A lot of times Carmelo outplayed LeBron on some nights. I remember a night in 2010 in Cleveland, and Carmelo kicked his ass. We've seen Carmelo give LeBron 50 on straight jump shots as a Knick in Miami. With a like, so all I'm saying is that, like, if we're talking about playoff rivalry, if we're talking about rivalry to the extent of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, no, that wasn't the rivalry. But if we're talking about straight up competitors that if we're talking about a Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant type rivalry, yes, they look forward to playing against each other every year, and they wanted smoke. And you got great basketball twice a year from them in Cleveland and in Denver or in Miami, in New York. Like, so I don't get
how many. I'm sorry, Flea. How many times did Larry Bird and Magic Johnson face each other in the finals?
3 times, 4 times.
So you think
Bird won once, Magic won twice,
and that started in college. So maybe they play, let's say 20 to 40 games they played against each other. How many games do we think Carmelo played against LeBron James in their life? This is mind-boggling to me. Like, to even, like, Carmelo's in the podcast game, so this is an easy layup for him, but he's playing it smooth. He's on NBC. He could be part of this algorithm, just like Kenya Martin jumped to this algorithm when he went back and forth with Draymond. These guys all ball to me. And you know I critique Carmelo all the time. I have no problems defending him with this. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? He was robbed of Rookie of the Year. And at the time, I didn't agree with it. I said, D-Wade is nice too. Nah, Carmelo's Rookie of the Month every month. What the hell?
And they made the playoffs.
Clutch. Oh, boy. This is a layup for you. Speaking of layups, this was for you.
I'm just tired of homie, man. His fool. I'm tired of everybody. Like, I can't wait for him to retire. Get the fuck out of here. Like, seriously. And now you have Max Kellerman protecting him. You heard what Max said, right? Look how they contradict themselves. First, you say LeBron went this high, right? But then you hear Max Kellerman go, when he lost to whoever, oh, well, he didn't even, that Cleveland team didn't even belong there. Why not? They got the GOAT. Like, what are we talking about here? There's 2 people that my life will be pretty dope if I never heard them talk basketball. That's Brandon Jennings and Rich Paul. I've never heard nothing Brandon Jennings said that ever made sense. At this point, bro, you just there because you cool with them. You never make no sense. You say the dumbest shit ever. And Rich Paul, like, so for me, you know, these guys, what they're doing is, you know, that you got to remember, they are protecting their guy, including Gil's Arena and some of them dudes up there. Because at the end of the day, if you do make it a rival, remember, Flea, we can sit up here and go, nigga was busting LeBron James' ass some of them games. But if it ain't no rival, then there's no conversation. So for me, it's just once again, just guys not having honest and real basketball talk. It's just about protecting the homie's legacy. And this is why I'm not a fan. Is he a great basketball player? Yes. Is he one of the greatest we've ever seen? Yes. But listen, Carmelo was cooking that nigga. Carmelo cooked a lot of people. And yes, it was a rivalry. It's okay to say it was a rivalry. It's okay to say, hey, man, this guy Tom's got the best of me. It's okay to have that conversation. So for me, listen, man, Brandon Jennings, real talk, if you notice, if he sit there and don't say nothing on Gil's Arena, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine not hearing him.
Real talk, yeah.
Anything basketball related. I'm perfectly fine.
Get him out of here. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just disappointed in Max Kellerman for allowing Rich Paul to get away with that nonsense. And then to even piggyback it with, because you heard how he tried to make an excuse for LeBron not being in the finals against LA. That dumb shit he said about Orlando. No, got your ass whooped. What happened with just keeping it real?
There's plenty of guys that you could go that we can list off right now that when they lace it up, they got after it. Maybe okay. Do everybody not like the word rivalry? Maybe we could use a different word. But there are plenty of guys like when Ray Allen and Kobe Bryant used to match up, it was smoke. Especially when Ray was in Seattle, it was smoke between both of them. Right? They wanted to go at each other. So like it's basketball. It's basketball. It doesn't have to be the championship game. It doesn't have to be the playoffs. Brandon Jennings. It doesn't have to be that. When I know that I was going to see son across and every game is he's giving it to me. I'm giving it to him. Pause, and it's a nail biter, and we going at it, and we both have pretty decent teams. Like that's bad. Michael Jordan was head and shoulders better than Reggie Miller, but I love the competitive nature between them. Reggie is trying to go at him, and we're gonna watch some good basketball. Like so.
Let me say this: a guy like Carmelo Anthony can probably say in the back of his head, pause in his mind, like I was better than LeBron.
Yeah,
I just wish I was in better situations. Like right. So that's what I'm saying. Like these guys, man, they're like Brandon Jennings' take might be one of the worst takes I've ever heard because it just sounded idiotic and stupid. Because you played in the league and you know what it means when you're a point guard or at any position, certain matchups you look forward to. And like you said, it stems from high school, and some of that shit stems from grade school. Up to the league. That's what we're talking about.
Right
we ain't talking about championships, playoffs. We ain't talking about none of that.
We're not talking about that shit.
So, listen, man, these guys, man, it's just sad how they just expose who they are. And none of them have honest and real basketball talk. It's just protection and clickbait. And Vegas said it a while ago. You guys make fun of guys like us that never played the game at y'all level, but y'all on y'all podcast and y'all sounding just no information, not informal. You ain't breaking shit down. Y'all niggas just sound silly, man. So, like I told, I've never listened to Brandon Jennings. I'm being honest. When I watch Gil Arena, when Brandon Jennings talk, if I could, I fast forward that shit, bro. I don't listen to nothing he says ever.
It also leads back to the point of how we think of the game today versus back in the day. They would have never said no dumb shit like this back in the day. They wouldn't even allow, Michael Jordan would not allow anybody to talk about that about Clyde Drexler. He would go out and play crazy. And obviously it happened in real time with the Olympics and everything and playing him in the finals. But like, again, that's why it's like, I think the ring culture shit became trash because of how and when people pick and choose when to decide that the rings are the deciding factor. Obviously, Carmelo didn't win a ring, so we can't talk about rings. Obviously, he didn't meet LeBron in the finals, so Kobe and LeBron didn't meet in the finals. But you told me they didn't have a rivalry. He just talked about they had two Muppets on a Nike commercial because we were all so excited to see the guy who was coming in as the next Michael Jordan, and then for some people achieve it. for all of us. Then LeBron James came out, number 23, the new Michael Jordan. You guys were all copying just the greatest of all time. We've seen Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, all these guys talk about this beforehand. In this era, that's what's lacking. That's why I have to defend Draymond sometimes, because it's like, bro, he's competitive at the end of the day. Like, where's the competitiveness? Like, how are you a ball player? How are you a ball player? You don't think these guys had a rival? No, yeah, he was my rival and I smoked him. Say that. Say that. Say, yeah, Carmelo was his rival, but he surpassed him. But don't tell me that they didn't know each other since high school and they heard about each other's names. That's homeboy from Akron. Like, we didn't see, damn, what's homeboy's name from New York that when he played LeBron in the ABCD camp in high school? He was like, yo, Lenny Cook. Damn, boy with the afro is for real. He was a rival at a certain point, whether it's a month, overnight, whatever the case may be. We heard about this. As fans, we come to the game, to high school games, to any kind of game, because we see the competition brewing. We see it, SGA versus Brunson right now. We're not just creating this. No, that's what competition is.
Ant-Man. SGA and Ant-Man right now. SGA Ant-Man won that game last night. Single-handedly won that game last night.
And they've been competitive.
And they going at it. It's
Ant-Man looks forward to this. That's why, AllBall was reluctant to say, yo, he's a face of the league. And it's like, yo, bro, that guy is ultra competitive. And that's the guy we want to be the face of the league, if anybody, from this damn country. Because he represents R&B for real. And Brandon Jennings, it ain't like Brandon Jennings, he was crafty. He could play ball. But that's what your mentality was when you played ball. Like you said, you ain't even sniffed the finals. So that makes you less of a ball player? That shit don't make any sense.
Just real quick. And this what makes me very upset with these guys that know the game, been around the game, and played the game. At one time, before LeBron started winning all these championships and MVPs and going to the finals, there were arguments that Melo was better than him in the first couple years. These were arguments people were having, right? Remember when Jordan and Clyde Drexler was a real thing? And what Mike said, niggas was saying, he better than me. I took that personal. These conversations, that's a rivalry. For these guys to be in the basketball world and act like they wasn't hearing those things about Melo and Bron, y'all just straight up lying. And y'all just straight up being, it's just messed up that we look forward. When all these guys got their platforms, a lot of us look forward to them. Like, oh, so-and-so. Oh, this shit gonna be dope. And you
disappoint the shit out you.
Oh my God, yo, Flea, it's insane, bro. It's insane.
But you just said something that was crazy, because it's turned into a meme. I took it personal. Michael Jordan saying that. Everybody's not gonna be Mike. I get that. But you took it personal by going to Miami, LeBron, because who did you have to team up to go up against? You had to have Boston Celtics were your rival. Paul Pierce was your rival. We saw it in broad daylight, nighttime, doesn't matter what time it was. We see Paul Pierce licking his chops, as Flea would say, oh, I'm playing LeBron tonight. I'm giving him 40. I'm giving him 40. We saw T Mac give you 40 at Christmas Day. LeBron's going back at him. Don't tell me you didn't take that personal. Don't tell me that's not what competition is about. It is taking it personal. That's your name, bro. What you talking about? This guy, Brandon Jennings, is out of his mind, and there's people like this speaking like this that don't make no damn sense. This is crazy. We over here making rivals out of Knicks Rehab content. Yeah, we gonna take it personal.
People are getting confused because the word rivalry is used. Like, rivalry doesn't just have to be everything is on the line, the stakes is highest, and it's a championship on the line. Nah, I had a rivalry with this nigga in the park. Every time I saw this nigga on Saturday morning, I wanted to smoke him. Because last Saturday, he smoked me and knocked me off. Got me off the court. It took me an hour to get back on. Like, it don't have to be. I brought up Kobe and T-Mac. Those guys was going at each other and would sit down and talk about it. And would sit down after and talk to y'all about it. Like, yo, it was real smoke. Real smoke. It wasn't no, we cool right now. Nah, between the lines, it's smoke. Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning. They used to go at it. Pat and Dream used to go at it.
Alonzo,
from college. Like,
Alonzo asked Ewing to go join the Knicks, and Ewing said, get your own team. This was in the paper. I just read that the other day. I will always be flabbergasted about because they think that we're the old guys and we think about basketball a different kind of way. Dog, you got ball players sitting on that couch with you saying, "Boy, are you out your damn mind? What are you talking about?" And then you're not even speaking about somebody that was a bum. Every name that he mentioned was somebody that we were looking for, was must-see TV for us. That's the part that they don't get either. At that time, LeBron came in the era where you were the only superstar on your team and you were going at the other superstar on the other team. We forget that too. Carmelo was the only superstar in Denver. AI's the only superstar in Philly. T-Mac's the only superstar in Orlando. Paul Pierce was the only superstar in with the Celtics for a certain time. That's how it was. Kobe was the only one who got but Kobe still took it personal. Yeah, I got Shaq, but I'm gonna bust your ass anyway. You're gonna remember this 50. So this is crazy to me to ever think that there were never a rivalry, just to paint it that way. He's sniffing the best California Coke that's out available. This guy's crazy.
Fabian, I just saw Steve Francis say the other day, because they was asking him about Baron Davis. Kick Baron Davis' ass every time I see him. Like, I was looking for him. Every time I see Baron Davis, I'm waiting for him. Because they was going head to head. That was a rivalry between them two. They was ready for each other. No matter. We talking about Steve Francis. So we dumbing it down now to just, again, pros, but that goes around the league, man, against high-level players.
But the reason why that makes so much sense is because Black Card, AllBall, he's the one that put me on to Baron Davis. The question came up, and they were saying, who's the best young star in the league, the best athlete? I was like, oh, Steve Francis easily. He was like, what? Baron Davis will bust his ass. Baron Davis has been busting ass since UCLA. You better go do your homework. So, oh, shit. And then when the next matchup came up, who was I watching? Steve Francis versus Baron Davis. I wanted to see it. B. Diddy was, of course, everybody's gonna go to the numbers and all that shit, but it's not just fans. There's no way you don't hear the murmurs. I don't know who Brandon Jennings' rival was. Oh, Ricky Rubio when he went overseas and he was talking shit about Ricky Rubio. He took that personal. He tried to drop Ricky Rubio's draft stock. Don't forget, I almost forgot about that. He ain't all that. He's all right. He wasn't just all right. He was better than all right. And so were you. Like, that's the part to me that there's no way you went to the park and didn't think about what you just said. Flea, I'm going to go bust these dudes' ass because I got to remember, I'm from L.A. L.A. got ballers. Baron Davis is from there. Gilbert Arenas, they all from there. That's incredible, man.
I'll just be disappointed with these dudes, man. So many takes. I don't be understanding. Crazy.
Horrendous behavior.
All ball suckers.
You got to put your legs into it, man. You got to. Pause. You have to. You can't do that. You're going to have niggas like Fish stay on the ball from you. Just imagine Fish. You got to make sure Fish get a little of that. Make sure you get him out the way. You know what I mean?
I was trying to do that. So you saw Ant-Man yesterday with the hezzy cross, back to the hezzy, step back three. I tried doing that shit in my living room earlier. I almost slip busting my ass. Never again, Flea. What we doing? I'm 43. Are we live?
Biggest show. Ant-Man said, I'm going for the win. I ain't going for the tie.
Washington versus Memphis. Vlade Divac took
Look at Fish. Look at Fish.
Vlade Divac took Marvin Bagley over Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
And he knew his father.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is.
Yo, they got a whole YouTube clip of his father going like, "What? I don't know what he was thinking." Yeah. Aren't they from the same exact country?
Bugging. Yugoslavia don't exist no more, right? I got that right?
You're right, because they're from damn, what's Lucas? I forgot Lucas' country, but. I'm gonna look that up before they flame us, please. We can't be up here sounding all educated.
Nah, Yugoslavia doesn't exist no more. I think I got that right. I'm pretty
my pay grade. I don't know what you niggas talking about. Get me out of here. That's it, man. Cut the show, bro. Yeah, niggas talking about Drago and all that. I ain't got time for this.
Drago and all that.
Luka Doncic he's a Slovenian basketball player. He was born in Slovenia. That's all that matters.
Oh, you said Vlade Divac, so I thought about.
Well, he was Vlade's from the former Yugoslavia. Was his man?
Okay.
Petrovic from the same country too. Remember, that was his man. Yo, Hero, chill out.
I'm I'm laughing at OG. He's like, what names are you niggas talking about right now? Get me out of here.
My goal is to get checked out the game in the first game.
Hey, man. That might happen, Fish. You know that.
We got some stuff. We got some stuff to clip up. Tomorrow's the Knicks game. Knicks Rehab.
Back on track.
Knock out one of these
Miami.
Florida teams.
Are we in Miami? Are we in Miami?
We home.
Are we home? Okay.
The home and home. Got any predictions or fuck predictions?
We'll see. I expect us to beat Miami tomorrow.
That's fair. That's fair. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us. Love is love. Enjoy your Saturday, folks. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.